Everyone, I want you guys to take a deep breath for a second, because what you're gonna see shortly is gonna be amazing. About 2 months waiting, so we finally get the car back without any damage I can see, which is a good thing. So for some of you guys don't know what happened, so my car engine was pretty much damaged. So not the engine but the piston. Let me show you one thing so you're gonna understand what's going on. So you can see I still have some remaining parts, but so one of the engine piston is pretty much finished. And today we finally finished the basic road tuning, and so right now the car just needs some few hundred kilometers running before we do the dyno tune. And of course you want to see what's under the hood, right? Let's have a look. Everything else inside the interior is still the same. We were planning to get a digital display, but not now. That one just unnecessary at the moment. And I'm gonna show you what we've done to the engine. Just be careful, it might be a little bit flashy. I'll make sure you're gonna like it. Check this out. So we got some new intake manifold from MRP. Lots of new engine parts, because the older one is really not that good to keep using. And the engine was rebuilt by HRB, who's racing build, and installation is all done by DNG Automotive, so with a really high standard. So right now it should be pretty reliable, but maybe some small parts here and there, maybe have some issue we need to check out, but basically the car is ready to go. Let's have a look from the left side first. So I'm gonna show you the MRP intake manifold, custom made, so with a bigger throttle body. So the reason I get this one is, of course, it's gonna improve the performance and suck more air into the engine, and at the same time more air means more cooler air, right? So that will slightly reduce the engine temperature, and yeah, definitely pretty good looking piece compared with the older OEM manifold. Don't get me wrong, the OEM one is not bad. So this one is just the big port intake manifold from the Bluetooth 4G. Sorry about noise. You see, so still very good quality. So if you guys need this one, you can contact me whenever you're free. Yeah, I'm selling it. But the MRP manifold definitely give me more clearance around here, and so you can see, just make the engine look better and breathe better. And it's lucky we don't have to change too much on the custom made. It's one of the intercooler pipe. So before it's slightly higher, so we only need to cut a little bit down there, so make it shorter, so we can direct bolt on. So no drama. Here we have a temporary oil catch can setup. Yeah, just to keep the car running normally. If you watched my video before, so this oil catch can usually was originally mounted here, but right now, because we have different setup for the intake manifold, so it's very difficult to do the wiring around there. You can see the angle is not correct, and also that's the fuel filter. So the fuel filter blocked the way for this thing to sitting there. And Right now it's not bad, but I probably just need to do some. I think it's alright. Just leave it here. But ideally, so we want to get another breather from another rocker cover. So mount onto the second inlet of the oil catch can. So it will help reduce the crankcase pressure better. Because one is okay, but if you want to get another one somewhere around here, maybe, yeah, we'll find out later. So it's gonna definitely help the engine to release the pressure. And of course the major rebuild for the engine, so we're using the better crankshaft, also the cam gear from Calford. So this one's a Calford with MRP, so collaboration. And the camshaft, so I use the Calford 193T, so which has a 262 degree and 266 degree. So it's slightly larger than the blue top camshaft I had, so which is about, I think, 240 something, 244, and so definitely a much better improvement on the intake side and exhaust. Also we did the ceramic coating for the exhaust manifold and downpipe, and so all this is helped to improve, lower the temperature. But because right now the turbo blanket is slightly damaged, you can see the fiberglass blanket, so that one I probably just don't use that at this stage because I'm not gonna drive the car really hard. But later on we're gonna find a better blanket to put on. Cam belt from HKS, you can see the purple one just suit the color, and also the new water pump, oil pump. Yeah, I think it's better just replace them while you're doing the engine rebuild, so you don't have to open up and replace again. And also this time we're using a slightly oversized piston. Yeah, because the older cylinder wall is pretty scratched, so we're gonna grind a little bit more and use the oversized piston, also 1.3 millimeter chromatic, so multi-layer steel gasket. So, and the oil cooler setup still the same, but we have the better oil sump from. Let me just turn on the headlight. I mean, not the headlight, the torch. So you can see the new oil sump from MRP. So this one is a baffle oil sump, and it's sitting not very low. It's slightly higher than the subframe. So what's this plug? I'll check out later. So right now, this oil sump, because it's baffled, so it's much better. So for example, if I want to do some sliding around, drifting practice later, so not a big problem. And to be honest, today I was a bit nervous when driving the car back. Yeah, because the first thing I noticed is the clutch. Yeah, I still need some time to get used to it, because I've been driving my MX-5 for a long time, 2 months, so the clutch point obviously different, and this one is pretty instant clutch engagement as I expected. And I was lucky, so I didn't start the car once for 50 kilometers driving from the workshop to home. But I think we found another issue. I'm not sure if it's from the starter motor or the alarm or the ignition switch. So we're still trying to figure out where exactly the problem is. But we did some testing today. So as I mentioned before, so my starter motor had some heat soak problem. So when the car was really hot and if you want to start again, the starter motor ceased. But right now, since the starter motor was alright, because it's a brand new starter motor, but Let me show you. If I'm not lucky, so I probably can't start the car, but let's open the garage door first. Just a little bit. So let's check if the car can start. So randomly, well, so pretty lucky, but sometimes it just couldn't start. Yeah, so since it already started, so I'm gonna show you something. So right now the engine running really nicely. No problem at all, but probably just need some fine tuning to get a better ignition map. You see right now a little bit, tiny bit wobbling, but I think that's where the timing is supposed to be. And the turbo is alright, no leaking. Yeah, so that's being checked. So he checked the turbo and no problem at all. Probably just need to report the gasket. So no issue. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, sounds like the exhaust slightly louder than before, or maybe just my imagination. But I'm gonna try again, see if the well, yeah, it looks like the problem is gone, but it might coming back again sometime. So what happened is sometime the ignition switch, probably the connecting problem or the grounding or whatever it is. So it only do, so when I turn, so it only do like tit 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 once. So it doesn't crank the motor. But because right now his alarm is not on. I'm not sure what's going on, but we just need to keep testing it. Yeah, at least we can still start the car. So if the thing is still happening, I just need to keep doing this multiple times and the engine will start again. What else can I say? Welcome home. I think this time, so I'm pretty confident, so I can keep it in good shape in another at least 100,000 kilometers, so the engine gonna be all right. So the final tuning is scheduled in about a month. So after I drove it for about 500 to 600 kilometers without any problems, and we're gonna take out to the tuner to do the final tuning. Because right now I can only drive under 4,000 RPM. Even 3,000 I'm trying to keep low as possible. And I still have to keep monitoring the oil and water level, so make sure they're not leaking or burning. Because right now it's alright, because I started the engine and no smoke from the exhaust or the oil catch can. Just tiny bit the or blow-by gas from the oil catch can. That's pretty normal, just a tiny bit. Yeah, so that's everything today. So the car just need a break. Stay tuned. So later it's gonna be epic. So I'm gonna do a lot of things with this car and hope you guys enjoyed. And we got a wolf. Yes, no problem.